lovers, Ken's here and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please hit subscribe and click the bell. We're going to be talking about 7 things I learned in 2017 or like 7 just themes of the year. Like some of these things I've known for a while, but really were just reinforced through the different experiences that I had last year. So yeah, this is like my video of the year in review, 7 things I learned and really took away from the year. I think a lot of people had a really hard time in 2017. I had a feeling when everyone was saying that 2016 was a terrible year that like 2017 was just gonna be worse, but I definitely have a good feeling about 2018, and it's not just like me liking even numbers, because prime numbers are cool too. 17 was cool, but I just think 2018, like, it just has to get better, right? Like, it just has to, hopefully. But yeah, without further ado, I've been ranting a ton. Let's get right into the video. So the first thing that I learned in 2017 is that you just like need to slow down in life. You really do. You need to slow down and just sort of assess what you're doing, because I just feel like so many people kind of hurtle forward. There's like it's this increasing pressure to just be so advanced at the age of like 20. Like I just feel like young people these days sometimes like really just quickly dive into something they think they want when they're a literal child, and then they don't even know if that's what they want, and like maybe that's just me, but I think a lot of people just are pressured to go down like a very specific path, and this is definitely a privileged perspective. Just check in with yourself and make sure that you are happy and doing the things that you want to be doing, and that you're moving towards something that you want. If you're just going through the motions, you're probably not going to be as happy as you would be if you were trying to live your best life. So just like make sure you like what you're doing. Which brings me to number 2, which is you can control your thoughts. I know that this can be really hard for all of us who might struggle with mental illnesses and mental health problems, but at the end of the day, you can train yourself to be better at catching your cognitive distortions and changing them, or catching yourself going down a really bad, obsessive, like thought path, right? You can catch yourself being triggered into some bad feelings, and you can choose actively to think about more positive things. Think about not the person who's wronging you, but all the amazing people in your life, especially the ones that you don't even get to see that much. Just think about all the people who have even just been minor players and have positively impacted your life. There are so many people deserving your time and energy and love, and who want to connect with you too, who aren't the people who are garbage to you. And I know that just a lot of us struggle with this. We just really get hung up on the negative. It's just how the human brain works, and you have to fight against it, because who wants to think about boring, terrible people who treat you like shit? There is probably someone who really loves you, or just cares about you a lot, or just is a positive influence who you can probably turn to instead of those really harmful thoughts that won't get you anywhere happy. So that brings me to number 3, which is climate change is happening. Politics are just on fire. Like, the world is just on fire in general. And now is the time to live your best life. Like, the time is now. I realize that this year, for real, like, we could just be blown up any second. The plagues could come back, you know, like anthrax is melting out of the icebergs, with other like ancient diseases that we don't even have like recorded history of, like we don't even know, things that brought us down like thousands of years ago. So we all could die at any time. Like, honestly, I just think our days are numbered, and so why not live your best life now? My generation, I really think the world is gonna be drastically different by the time I'm aging, if I even get to age. Like, everyone thinks that our children, not my children, I'm not having kids, y'all, but people think that the children of like our generation, the youth right now, will be the ones affected by climate change, but like it is obviously happening now. It is happening to marginalized people in more vulnerable places already, and it's just not being reported on, and it's happening. So not to be all in this negative stuff, but live your best life because our days might be numbered. You don't know what's gonna happen. Number 4 is bask in light and not darkness. And what I mean by that is sometimes I really like to just revel in mental illness and sadness and just like all of these ugly feelings. Like, if you deal with that, you might know, maybe you could relate to this, but I personally like just like to cultivate this like evil Ken's alter ego at times. I like call them evil Kens, and it's like me. I don't know if you all watched Yu-Gi-Oh, but like Kaiba has that evil manifestation of himself that's like his ghost but evil, all his like evil thoughts, I guess, evil energy. I feel like I really like think about the dark and just like revel in feeling terrible. I don't like try to make other people feel terrible, but I just like sort of wallow in feeling like everything is gonna remain dark. And it is in part what is like a way of coping for me. Like, I like to make jokes out of when I'm doing worse mental health wise. I like to like make a lot of really just like weirdly dark jokes, I don't know, but it's just more fun to be happy. Like, I learned that this year. I literally hit rock bottom this year, and I watched a lot of people who were killing it this year. Like, not everyone had a tough year, definitely some people were killing it, and I just realized, like, why not just be happy? Like, why not live an amazing life? And so that's why I'm doing YouTube, because I just feel like I've always been supposed to do something and I never knew what it was, and like I think it's YouTube, and I wish I had started years ago, but I'm starting now. So on to number 5. Number 5 is, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So it is kind of like I said, you need to have goals and you need to plan things out. I feel like anxiety gets in the way for me sometimes whenever I want to like do a bullet journal or fill out a planner really elaborately. I think to myself, oh, this is gonna be like so many hours of work, and it's not gonna be worth it. It's not even gonna look that good, and I'm not even gonna use it, so why even bother? But you know what? Having your goals written down and actively working out, blocking your time for each day, what you're gonna do, the steps you're gonna take to get to your goals, that will make you more productive. Like, it just will. You can't just wing it in life, and that's what I did a lot in 2017 because I just didn't have the capacity to get my life together. But if you do, try it. Try something new. Try bullet journaling, try a new app. Just get organized and make a plan. Take the time to make that plan, and your execution will be so much easier later on. Okay, so number 6 is something that I've known for a long time, and I just found myself talking to people about a lot this year. It just was a big theme, which is, it's a super annoying suggestion, but yes, meditation can and will help you, and the same goes for thinking about what you're grateful for. It's so annoying, especially if you're mentally ill and having an episode or just not doing well, to be told by someone, oh, have you tried meditating? Have you tried fitness, yoga, whatever? Thinking about what you're grateful for is really effective, because yeah, maybe it might be a complete struggle and it just brings on feelings of guilt instead of happiness. Guilt that you're like not even feeling grateful for anything because you're really depressed. I feel like this is just becoming a video of like how to deal if you're really depressed. I had a tough year, like, not gonna lie, but I also feel stronger now than I've ever felt in my life, and I just feel like I want to share the things I've learned this year. So yeah, try meditation, try it every day for 30 days. You don't know that it doesn't work for you until you actually commit. Have you ever actually committed to like sitting down and doing it every day? I feel like you probably haven't ever stuck with it enough. If you have, props to you, but there's also a good chance you haven't. So if you haven't, if you're in that camp, go do that, okay? Give it a try. You might like it, who knows? And in terms of gratitude, you could keep a gratitude journal or just say them aloud to yourself or in your head when you're going to sleep. Just give it a try. If you're ever feeling low, you can train yourself. Like I said before, you can control your thoughts. If you're ever having a really bad moment, you can train yourself to say, hey, think about all this good stuff. Think about my friend. Think about something I like about myself. Like, think about my pet, think about animals, think about the fact that they're like puppies being born every day. I don't know. There's always something. There is light in this world, even when it feels very dark. So yeah, that brings me to the very last advice point, and that is number 7. Life can be really, really long. And I know one of my things is like, oh, live your best life now, life can end at any second. But it also, for those of us with mental health problems, it can feel long. Like, if you've ever felt annoyed by people saying life is short, then like, I am with you. I think that can be so annoying. Some people, every day feels like an eternity, and that's okay. That is okay if you feel like that. I'm just saying, try to break it down. Break it down into whatever unit you need to feel comfortable. So maybe it's every hour, or maybe it's every minute. Just take your time, and like, if you can just manage to keep going through whatever painful thing you're going through, if you can just keep going, then like, know that everything will be less painful eventually. It seems inconceivable at the time, and you can't know for sure exactly how it's gonna feel, but everything is at least a little bit better with time, and you know it. Think about something that you've already gotten through in the past, and think about how you felt while it was happening, how you felt like you could never ever possibly recover from it. Well, trust me, you can. This year I had so many terrible things happen, and like, I've already had terrible things happen like earlier years of my life, you know, like I thought I knew about terrible things, but there is gonna be something that comes for you, and something, someone, whatever it is, it will rock your world unlike anything you've ever had before. But that is okay, because it will get better. It'll get better. You can get through it. You just have to take it minute by minute, if that's where it's at, second by second. Just keep going. Try to control those like really off the wall thoughts. If you're going off the rails, like, again, you can control your thoughts. You can do that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, this advice video. It's my first like real advice video, besides I guess like my one about being single. And yeah, I learned a lot this past year. It was pretty rough for a lot of it, but you sure do get stronger when you are hurting that badly. Just know that you can survive anything. You can get over anything. You're wonderful. I love you. If you're watching this still, thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing and check out my other videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. And yeah, comment down below what videos you want to see from me this year. I am so excited for 2018 and for this channel to grow, because I know it's gonna grow, because I know that YouTube needs more queer YouTubers. I know it. I know it to be true. That'll be all for today. I will sign off here. Thank you so much for watching. Love y'all. Bye.